Yo, welcome to Nice Effects. We're in the Garment District. Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. We're on West 39th Street, 7th Avenue. It's the rush hour walk. Okay, we're gonna walk down 7th Avenue. How you doing, RJ? I just got on. Not even a minute in. Yep, Garment District. And it's rush hour, so it's like after 4, like 10 minutes after 4. It's like 75 degrees today. It was real nice like yesterday. Time I left my jacket home. I was kind of overheating yesterday. Got off a little early. So that's why I'm out now instead of after 7. We're heading towards 34th Street. They're opening a garment spot here. I don't know, I just might get into this making my own clothes. It's the first time I've seen one on 7th Avenue. Everything is in between the blocks, not a storefront, like on 7th Avenue, at least in the Garment District. Everything is on the small blocks, like these blocks going this way when it comes to the Garment District. This is like the first one I've seen. This is new. They must have just opened up. They don't even have the sign, like a big sign up here. So, retail fabrics and dresses and wholesale fabrics. Look at that. When they get a spot on 7th Avenue, they must be spending a lot of dough. Hey, how you doing, Joe and John? And somebody from Germany. I can't really read it. It says Germany. Thanks for tuning in. Joe is the moderator for the channel. He's not your average Joe. This is the rush hour. It's a little after 4 o'clock. That's when rush hour starts. Even though most people think it's 5, but it really starts around 4. let me cross the street. Might be going back and forth. Running low on battery, so that's why I have my phone hooked up to a power pack. And kind of be careful on the twists and turns. I think the rest of the week is going to be nice like this, weather-wise. The only time you see a dog and a deer drinking liquor, wine and all of that. Oh man. Hey, hello Angela. Thanks for tuning in. See, they cracking down on these little weed spots. Show you in a second. And this was open for a few months. I think it was open since last year. And now they closed. So they're kind of cracking down on them. I'm not gonna hold it here too long, but you can see what it says. I don't even see those trucks anymore, like I was seeing last year. They sell weed out of trucks, like vans. Here's another spot.
Yeah, the 22nd floor.
Let's see how long they're gonna be open. What? People rather smoke than eat. Right now we're in the back. This is the back of Macy. totally different look from the front. Believe it or not, this helps a big deal. Like this little spot they have in the street, and to turn it into like a sidewalk for the pedestrians. Look at the sidewalk. They even got a few signs up, as you can see. This is like widening the sidewalk. Look at that traffic. They just put these signs up. I didn't see this last time I was around here. That was last week. So behind that sign is Madison Square Garden. So we're on West 34th Street, 7th Avenue. And you can see that's the Empire State Building. And this is Macy. We're gonna walk over towards Madison Square Garden and then come back this way. See what I mean by this? That's the bus lane. So there's only vehicles like that can use the bus lane. You don't have to worry about getting in trouble. This is a whole new ground. They call this the world's most famous arena. Madison Square Garden. Probably other than the Colosseum in Italy. They did all the big blood sports. And it's Penn Station, connected to the Long Island Railroad. Trying to give you all 360. As you can see, that whole ceiling is digital screen. I wonder when they're gonna start using it, as in, because I remember, I think it was like a year ago, they were showing a train moving, you know, like a locomotive train. Maybe they'll start doing that again, or and they didn't even have the whole screen completed like they do now. Maybe they'll start doing it like they do Times Square when it's like 11:57, and then they'll turn all the screens into one big screen, like it's, you know, one motion of let's say a train is running, or fish in the ocean. So maybe they'll do that here eventually. That's my guess. I want to see how that's going to turn out whenever they get around to it. So they knocked down a building right across the street. Fire department. Paramedics. See, that's one building I hope they don't knock down. I always liked this building. See how you can just go from one building to the next? I like that. Hopefully they won't knock it down. Oh, the Barclays Center, that's in Brooklyn. That means getting on the train and and then when I get there, it's like, okay, we at the Barclays Center. Then there's nothing else to really see too tough. You know, that's like the biggest structure. Let me go across the street real quick. Oh, it's road today too. My skateboard, because it's so nice. I know it's gonna be nice. All of this is new. This is something they was working on for the past 2 years. All of this glass, because this wasn't here before, for those who don't know. I work on a tank in that building. Oh, you're a Brooklyn girl, okay.
I'm telling you, or
never lived in Brooklyn though. Lived in all the boroughs except Brooklyn. But I used to always go to Brooklyn to see my aunt, because she lived on Eastern Parkway. So back in the 80s and 90s, my brothers and I used to always go to her house, you know, for the West Indian Day Parade. Get there like 9 or 10 o'clock, take her out. You know, she want to run errands or something like that. We'll go with her. We'll probably bring 3 or 4 friends with us. And we just walk up and down Eastern Parkway. You know, because it's the parade. So we was doing that pretty much almost every year. That was like our go-to thing.
Body water, $1 body water.
I almost thought he said body water. I was scared like, what? What's that? But he said bottled water. Oh man.
No.
To the side view. Madison Square Garden again. It almost looked like the Twin Towers in the back. That's the Hudson Yards. In fact, let's go over to, well, this is the front of Madison Square Garden. You're gonna go to the round arena part of it. I usually don't see women doing this. So I think that's the first woman I've seen, and then we got another one. You don't see that. There's always men doing that. Kind of had to shrink the street a little bit because of the construction. Same thing when I see when I go to construction sites, they have the women doing this too. Like they have the women working on elevators, but they won't have them doing any hard labor or anything like that. Just like guiding people. But this was like years ago. I forgot what area I was in. But anyway, I was at a job, and I think I was doing a delivery for Nobody Beats the Wiz. And they had a female electrician. I was like, this lady's out of sight. She was pretty. I was like, what? I mean, she had like the bag and everything, just like the dudes. I was like, what made her want to do this? But that's the first time I saw a female electrician. Straight up. I had everything the guys had. She was the only female out of all those dudes. So we on the side of the Madison Square Garden. And the thing was also, she wasn't like those females that had the butchy look. She didn't have that look. She had on tight jeans. Looked like she was gonna hang out. It was just that the bag that she was carrying gave, you knew she was an electrician. Well, other than that, man, a sister with an electrician bag. Dressed in tight jeans and everything. Hair done, nails, all of that. Electricians can get dirty too, they got to deal with the sheetrock and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know who's playing, but I don't see any screens running. There used to be screens on this side. I think they took them down. Yeah, they gone. They usually have the New York colors like the orange and the blue throughout the building. I mean, you won't probably see that until the night anyway. And that's the Moynihan Train Hall across the street, connected to the post office. Takes up a whole city block, like 2 blocks. Going straight down, that's 1 block, as you can see going down. And then going to my right, my left, it takes up about 2 blocks. That is huge.
Well, now we can. I was letting the guy go, and you want to get on. Yeah, even I wasn't letting him go. Yeah, mind you.
I'm not gonna go inside the Moynihan building because I might get the buffering thing going on. So that's the reason why I won't go inside. I mean, unless I do a video of its own, just a Moynihan station, then I would just have to upload a video rather than go live. That's the back of Madison Square Garden. That's what I like to see. People crossing the street. Hey, Fat Boy Kicks. How you doing, Malou? I had to jump back a little bit. We're on West 33rd Street, as you can see. Now we're on 8th Avenue. I don't know if anything, any games going on. I don't see anybody with jerseys. Man, they already advertising for July 14th next year. Tyler, the Creator. Next year.
Race flow. I want to see the red signs in the fountain.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I won't go in unless I just do a straight video. Let's go to see the world's biggest pigeon. Go see the world's biggest pigeon. I'm going to the Hudson Yards for that. Forgot to put up a video of that, like one of those 1-minute videos. I think they're doing that on purpose with the, right? We're making the Wi-Fi bad, especially around precincts. Let's say like on 14th Street and Union Square, there's a precinct in the train station. You know, I used to be able to get decent Wi-Fi there to live stream. Now I can't. So certain areas they do that. Same thing with like when you're on the Staten Island ferry, the closer you get to the Statue of Liberty, your Wi-Fi goes bad. So they got some type of margin of protection in that area. And you can be on your phone. No matter which way you're going. Let's say you coming from Staten Island, coming to Manhattan, or you in Manhattan going to Staten Island. Once you get around, and I mean you on your phone talking to somebody, once you get around the Statue of Liberty, all of a sudden you lose your connection. So the boat is free anyway. So if you ever want to get on the Staten Island ferry, it's free. Because when I used to live stream on TikTok, I'll be fine. All of a sudden, I get to around the Statue of Liberty, everything starts going haywire. Nothing looks good. Once we get past the Statue of Liberty, then everything gets back on. And it's been like that for years. I mean, so many attacks, I guess, happened on the Statue of Liberty over the years. I think since the 60s. Amtrak got their own police. Oh, this is the K9 unit. All right. That's right, Joe. See? I keep telling you gotta have Joe on your team. Call Joe the Dr. No. Oh, B&H is closed. I think it's some type of, I think I said it yesterday, some type of Jewish holiday or something coming up. Because B&H is closed and it's Thursday, I mean it's Wednesday. So maybe they closed for the week, I'm not sure. I'm glad I didn't come over here earlier like I was thinking. So this is all the Hudson Yards. We're on 9th Avenue now. And this is the back of the Moynihan building. We're facing uptown right now. Empire State Building in the background. I'm trying to get this thing to open up. And it won't happen. they made the lane so much bigger for the bicycles. Look how big that lane is. A car can come running down it. They widened it up. It wasn't that wide. They just did that like maybe a month ago. Trying to squeeze the cars out. But you know what this is for. These big stumps. So cars or trucks won't run up on the sidewalk. Huge lobby.
Better question is, you could be around to see the benefit.
Some buildings you can come to and sit down in. They probably wouldn't even let you sit down. That's just for decoration. It's all leather, it looks like. And that's a stone. Looks like a big tablet. That's made of stone. That's a church, so you know they're not gonna knock that down. How you doing in the Vel? Yeah, I think that's what like I said, it's some type of Jewish thing going on. Like a holiday or something. So they have those like mitzvah type tanks, like vans, trucks, riding around the city with a team of guys. Well, I've never seen women, but they always have like a team of guys, like 3 or 4 guys. They hand out pamphlets and explain what they're doing. I don't know, maybe I'll talk to them one of these days. Usually when I see them, I'm always working. This is the building I call the Avengers building. Go to that walkway. Look at that. I think that's the 30th floor or something like that. Well, you know, observation deck. Trees are turning yellow. I think that's $30 to get on that observation deck. And they finally opened up that area. Looks like a cone. We're gonna see it now anyway. So they finally opened that up, and I think that's like $10. They opened it up over the weekend that just passed. I think it's open from 10 to 8, something like that. You know what that is? City bikes. Stop here to show you where we at. 33rd Street and 10th Avenue, Hudson Yards. And there I go. Work clothes. The dreaded work clothes. I don't know what they doing over here. They must be redoing everything. Maybe they're gonna reface it. That's where we're gonna go. When we get over there, there's a big giant pigeon.
Yeah, like, you know how like they used to be like cover studio?
And this is the entrance to the, you go for the observation deck. Man, I wish the sun could go down later. It's so nice out today.
Parecida que sí.
Thank you, Joe, for the info. Hope y'all reading this info Joe is typing out. You know, he's not doing it to exercise his fingers. He's trying to inform us. Thanks again, Joe.
They both died.
So they opened this structure back up. The reason they closed it because people was using it as a dive post, diving to their death. I'm like, why would you want to do that? And everybody to see how you're gonna go out of this world. But that's what they was doing. I think 9 people died. And so they just finally closed it. This time they put a net around it so you don't do the dummy dance and take a dive. Trees look nice. This is another area I get Wi-Fi is not too good at times. I don't see them using this that often. This building right here. It's just a real big open floor. That's all it really is. I mean, when you look at it, you'll think it's something really in there, but there's nothing in there. Just open space for people to rent out. Shed. This is like something out of a RoboCop movie. You'll think the building moves, but it doesn't. I don't think it moves. It's something they put on to make it look nice. So we're on the High Line. I gotta go back this way. I'm not gonna do it today. I don't know when they're gonna really finish it. Wow, that's a little wind over here. Last of the train tracks. I think they're doing a video. See how big the chairs are? They look like, well, the benches. You think there's really tall people around here, like 8 feet tall, because the back is so high. I did a short video earlier this week of this, but I never put it up. But I'll put it up another day. I'll try to at least wait 24 hours between videos that I upload. Trying not to walk into other people's videos.
Wait, can I get on top?
I don't know how long this is gonna stay here. It's like they had that like fluorescent like peach colored tree. I'm pretty sure this might stay until next year. Oh, so that's a good time then, until 2026. Wow, almost 3 years. Well, a little over 2. We're looking downtown. That's more like going towards Chelsea. And this is facing uptown. All that road they working on, they still haven't finished. But they still gotta finish the side of this building here. I guess once that's done, then they'll open up that street. It's not much they're gonna open up. Like I said, they're really trying to make the streets narrow. That's just to go into the building to get off the street. That's for like taxi cabs, Ubers and whatnot. Yeah, imagine if that was a real bird. Pecking everybody to death. I did this just to see what would happen. I did this quite a few years ago. I used to take a plate, 2 plates. I used to take 1 plate, fill it up with water, you know, like a regular plate, like 12 inches. Then I'll take bird seeds, like for doves, pigeons, and I fill it up with the seeds. And I would do that every day because I was working at Petco at the time. And man, those birds would have a feast. But what they would do first, all the birds would land on the fire escape. And they wouldn't touch the food or the water. They would just wait for 1 bird, like he was like the matriarch, I guess. He would eat first. Once he's finished, then the rest of them would start eating. That used to happen every day, every time I put the food out. Because the birds used to, I'm on the 4th floor. And you know, the building only goes up to like the 6th floor. And they used to stay on the fire escape, not mine, but across from me. Or they used to stay on the roof because the sun is hitting that area. I'm telling you, they got a pecking order. I didn't even know pigeons had a pecking order. Matter of fact, let's go walk. I was thinking about doing the Hudson Yards walk. You know what? Let's give it a shot. I may not walk the whole High Line. We'll walk some of it. See how far we're gonna go. Yeah, man, that was happening. I was doing that every day. I was only doing it for like 1 summer. Because I was buying like a 10-pound bag. I think it was 5 or 10 pounds. And bird food, you know. Yeah, man, I didn't even know pigeons do that. You know, you see them scurry around every once in a while, but a pecking order where nobody eats until, that's like lions. The males, they eat first, and then they let everybody else eat. And you're like, what? And everybody wants to be a lion. That's like selfish. But that's how those pigeons was doing. Even when I didn't put food out, they would all land on that fire escape just standing around, you know, because I did it so often. Like I said, every day. And then if they don't see nothing that's gonna, you know, pop up, then that's when they'll leave. Because I used to put it out so early in the morning, you know, they still sleeping. I put all of the food and water out like 5 in the morning. As soon as I get up. There ain't nothing to crack open a bag and pour some out. You must have had a real big scaffolding to do that. That's at least 4 or 5 stories up. That side of the building. Here's some tracks. I believe this is all privately done. Talking about setting up the Hudson Yards. Oh, they took away some of the sculptures. There's usually sculptures on this platform. Got a few people out. It's all residential buildings.
Did the installation and then did it like
I wonder what it takes to get to have your sculpture put up, because they're taking some of them down. See, that's one. There was another one here. They change them so often. I don't come here that much, but when I do, you know, you see something different.
got it?
Observation deck extends to the back of the building. Waiting for Thor to come out. Oh, Iron Man, right? We're in the Chelsea area right now. I think this is Chelsea Projects. See if I can zoom in on what it says. Oh wow. Can't quite make it out. But this is the Chelsea area. Surprised they didn't put a bunch of pumpkins out. Maybe it's too late. They probably don't bother.
How do we look at the
You know, walking in here, you wouldn't even think you're in the city.
Sick of it. Honestly, just how much we see.
Trying to get off the path a little bit. This is an area where you can sit down and relax. Not just here. But here also, and look at the, I don't know, you want to look at buildings. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with the scaffolding. I don't think they're working on the building.
I took a drink.
Yeah.
Because there's
I'm all the way from Italy.
Effectively, what happened was, like, we didn't rock films. We didn't.
And then where it's black.
Got tools on site. So this is the art gallery. I just recognize some of the names: Basquiat, Bansky, Herring. The rest I don't know. This sculpture been here for the longest. Asian ballerina. Maybe it's here to stay. Go overlooking 10th Avenue.
Ah ouais.
Tu crois que je te dis c'était pas là, mais regarde.
Suivez-moi avant de passer par là, regardez. Very.
This is what they're looking at. It's on the side of a building, of course. I believe that's the, I think his name is Victor? Cobra. I think it's Cobra from Brazil. You get a lot of work in Manhattan.
I shouldn't be here for this.
And then everyone's always like, oh my god.
There's a lot of paintings on the walls. All these tool sheds around. They added on to this building. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at that. They added on to this old building that they're working on. So maybe one person just bought the whole building. That's my guess. Taking a wild guess. That's what probably happened. So they can get everything right. Man, this place ain't even got no, he got them, but he's not using them. Drapes. I don't want no people looking in my house like that. I remember a few years ago, it was probably like 3. That was a big thing. Everybody was taking down their curtains and drapes and shades. You just look right in their house. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That was a big thing in the city. I don't know how that became popular, but that's what they was doing.
grün.
I think we're going to turn off at the next exit.
And you know what? It will all pass.
See, they took an old building and added a new piece to it. As you can see, that's all new. It's not an original part of the building. And this is, I don't know how long this is going to be here.
So pretty.
Taking or moving things around takes from somebody else.
Every few blocks you can exit off. You don't have to walk the whole distance if you don't want to. Yeah, swimming pool at the bottom. It's not deep at all. It looks like something for let the dogs loose. Has a pond liner in it. Check out the windows. These giant windows you see is separating 2 floors. It's not like just one apartment or loft. Separating like the apartments. Really, you're looking at 2 apartments in one glass. That's Chelsea Piers. look like they're almost done in this area. There was scaffolding in this whole area. They're starting to break it down.
Like he's like, because the challenge is like all the.
This is done by that guy Cobra I was talking about from Brazil. So another one is paintings, murals. There's ambulance for senior care. This is like an observation deck. Or a place you can sit down and read. Come out here early in the morning. Man, this would be a nice place to live. Come around here early in the morning and sit down. Especially if you're retired. They're building a park. This is America. We're gonna head back up. We only got probably another 40 minutes of light before it gets dark. Yes, Joe, thanks for reminding them. Get a fix, get a fix. We're gonna head back down to the street level.
I know that the banks
has a lot more, but I'm not gonna show everything. Let's go ahead and out. Oh, this is something that just passed. Okay, now we're on 10th Avenue. I used to work on a fish tank in this building. It's like 400 gallons, but they closed out. So that doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure they probably took the tank and shut that down, like dismantle it. But what we do is like when somebody want to shut a tank down, if it's really big, we normally don't take it down. We'll just drain it and take the rocks or whatever is inside. We'll take that out, and then they gotta hire another company to possibly remove it or destroy it. You know, cut it up and then take it piece by piece. But we normally don't take big tanks out. Especially tanks that's like 500 gallons, 1,000 gallons. Because we don't have that type of equipment. All we have is like suction cups. So here to the glass and pump it up, and then it'll grab the glass, and then you can carry it out. And we'll put them on wheels, but other than that, we normally can't, especially if the tank is really tall, like 7 feet tall. If it's just long, you got a better chance of moving it. Nice. I don't know what year that is. This is like around the meatpacking district of Chelsea. And across the street is Little Island. I'm just gonna cross this street just to zoom in on it. I'm not gonna go there, but it's another area where you can lose your Wi-Fi. But that's Little Island. I like when they do this kind of stuff. They put buildings and then they put them overhangs like that, like crosswalks. Really, that's a train going supposedly to go through, but they stopped that. And this is the electric car company, just like Tesla. I never went in this place before. This is really my first time coming around it. I know it hasn't been here that long. I don't know if y'all can see it through all of this glare.
Oh, but I already
Like we're gonna turn off and go here. And New York needs to do something about using gray. Look at this. It's like a stone. It's be using colors like lavender or blue, like sky blue or something. Look at that. Looks like something out of RoboCop movie. It's gray. Look at the buildings are gray. Trains is gray. Bus is black and gray. It's like you're in a black and white movie. This is all a meatpacking district. One of the few things they kept was the cobblestone. Then they added this down. Tesla's down the next block. I'm just gonna go there and then look away from it. Well, this is more like a shopping area. We're on West 14th Street. And now we're walking to Tesla.
How are you?
I think it was the guy J. Cole. He came in here one time, wanted to buy a vehicle, and nobody recognized who he was because he don't wear the giant gold chains and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they ignored him. I mean, even if he wasn't, you know, J. Cole. I don't even know about the guy, but somebody wants to buy something, give them some attention. It's called customer service. Maybe we'll see this in action one of these days. Okay, we're gonna leave here. type of watches I like. Breitling. Pilot watches. This is the rest of those elephants that I never got around to.
Let me see you. I don't know why they got tape over the eyes. I don't know, maybe they're trying to protect it. I don't know from what, but this is what the eye looked like. Unless the eyes was falling out. I don't get it. It's on this one too. And this is the Apple store.
Oh, you know what's so funny about
This is where we at.
I'm not gonna go back in that area, but that was the rest of the area. The elephants. That's one of the Apple stores. Again. We're gonna take this route into West Village, leaving the Chelsea area. Usually around this time it's cold. Nice. I think that's an Aston Martin. And it is. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. So we're taking Hudson Street all the way down. We're heading downtown. Right now we're on 13th Street. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. And if you're old and you haven't already, like and subscribe. Share the content. Leave a comment where you're from. Like where you're watching from. I think it's a film shoot coming up, if it happened already. It happened today. Oh well. I don't know the guy by name. I don't know, Joe. You might know who I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of that show. They used to come on. One of those mob shows. I think it was on cable. He was one of the fat guys. He was the boss. Can't get his name. The Sopranos. That's the name of the show. The guy passed away a few years ago. He used to live in this area. I used to work on his fish tank. He had a reef tank, about 75 gallons. But it wasn't on this block. It was like one block over. But I never got to see him, but I used to work on his tank all the time. It almost looked like a school.
I'm like, I hate to maximize the weather. Like, I'm gonna have
Yeah, I can't remember. I think his name was Paulie. He was the boss in the show.
Did you see it? It's actually really nice.
I probably got it wrong. Like I said, I never seen the show. The Sopranos. Just doing the 360. This is Abington Square. Oh yeah, some flowers in there. They out here early, 6 a.m. to 4. Farmers market. That's your best bet when you're buying food, rather than going to the regular stores around the way, like Trader Foods, like Trader Joe's. What was the other one? Whole Foods, Tea Foods, all those type of spots. You want real food, go to farmers market. They actually got real food. Down the phony, yeah. James. Yeah, you got my last name, James. I think he passed from a heart attack or something like that. So like plates, dishes, platters. Well, it's a little after 6. So in a few minutes, the sun will be gone. Like he got hit from the back and the front. And somebody hit him from the back. And like a chain reaction, he probably hit somebody because his car got pushed. Man, they got this place decorated with flowers to death. It came out nice.
Not this weekend. I think this
Joe, I didn't know. I found this out last week. Not this particular one. But he's been around since the 1860s. When you see those real old looking ones, they go back as far as the 1860s. I gotta find one of them if I bump into it. You think all that time would have went by, they would have still have some around. Well, you think they will all be gone. But they started putting those fireboxes around the 1860s. I guess they're getting perfume or necklaces or something.
Yeah, I mean, I only ate like 8 pieces.
We're around a precinct right now. You might as well go there anyway. When you see a bunch of cop cars like this, it means there's a precinct close by. Well, it's right here. Yep. This is for the bomb squad. It goes one block over also. It's not just this block. That's why you see all those stones. I'm not gonna go through, but it goes over one block.
Yeah. My phone's blowing up with that. North Carolina.
This is the new building they just put up. Just start getting tenants in it. Hmm. 1891. But I wonder if that was the firebox. Unless that person who was doing a report got the numbers mixed up. That can happen. But she said the 1860s. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think electricity was around in the 1860s. Could be wrong. And this is the other block of the, like I was saying, the precinct. I don't know if y'all can really see that. This is why I usually take the crosstown bus. So this is going to be the front of the precinct. But really, this is the newer version of the one. It's like a block over. Something like that. But it's supposed to have been like 175 years. So it says 6th Precinct, the City of New York Police Department. Because the precinct is not, of course, it's not like this. It's really old looking. And they turned it into a housing development, basically. It's for people to live in. I don't want to walk through their parking lot. Last thing I want is somebody yelling at me, "Hey, you can't do that, pal, you can't do that." They'll lose their mind. That's basically the city doesn't want to take responsibility of fixing the old precinct up. So they just sell it off and create a new building altogether. So you got to deal with the wiring, because usually you got to gut those buildings out. And the only thing that'll be standing is the walls. Wind up redoing everything all over again. You just have a shell. It's mainly a lot of small shops around this area. Like clothing stores, maybe a few thrift stores. A lot of restaurants, not on this one. Like one block all over. We were just on the Hudson Street. That's a police car.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk towards 7th Avenue because it's a little more well lit. It's getting dark around this area quick. It says do not feed the alligators. I don't know what that's about. I don't even know what kind of store it is. It says bar.
Then I didn't.
This must be, man, ice cream and cookies. I don't know if they have music playing in there. Let me see. I don't want to just walk in. It's all right to come in? It's okay to come in?
Are you gonna get something?
Well, I was just going to ask you a few questions about your store. No? All right. Turn down promotion of your business. That's unusual. It's one of those electric unicycles. St. John's Lutheran Church.
Yeah.
And if they put in 75,
Yeah.
You can find too many females riding skateboards.
If you want it, like Cobra also got.
Once again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. Do walking tours of New York City, festivals, parades, you know, things of that nature. So now we're on 7th Avenue. Around Christopher Street. Well, West 4th Street. And that's the World Trade. Some call it the Freedom Tower. Yeah, it's probably a mob front. Oh, let's see. This building been here forever. You see the old photographs from the 70s, probably as far as the 60s. At least as far as I've seen it, 70s. Now it looks like they just took everything out and, I don't know, maybe they're gonna turn it into a museum? Let me see. I wanna get here before the train comes. Oh, it's a Felice. You can imagine how much work you gotta do. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's real small. I mean, it was a cigar store. You don't need a whole lot of space for cigars. It's more iconic than, you know, a big use for space. I don't know what you would put there now. Yeah, because it's so small, it just takes up, you know, this corner. Oh, I definitely gotta go down there and show you some Ghostbuster stuff. I did a video on that, but I didn't put it up yet because it's a vertical shot, not a horizontal shot. Like I said earlier, I do like to give my videos at least 24 hours before I upload another one, whether it's long or short. Especially the short ones. Because I'm uploading them on, Instagram and Facebook. I had all these accounts running at the same time, but I rarely use Instagram and Facebook. I'm always using YouTube. This is where we at.
Yeah, she's not good with cats, but we don't have any cats.
So they hooked it up with the lights and all. Oh, they're doing some remodeling. Yeah, it's better probably to come in the daytime. You can see more. Give you a 360 before I leave this area. These are all tenement buildings. I thank everyone for tuning in, and Joe for keeping everybody in check. Oh, they made it lean down a little bit more, so take a look at this. Stay Puft. Check that out, how they lit it up. Well, I did a video in the daytime, so it's not gonna be lit up like this. As usually I'll try to do something at night. It doesn't look as good. I don't know. That's how it turned out. Well, at least on this video, you got a little sunlight left. Yep. Slimer and Stay Puft. Man, those guys from the firehouse should get one of these. Well, they probably won't want to bother with it. You know. Because usually when a fire department does something, they do it themselves. You're not going to hire somebody to come out and do it. I'm pretty sure they hired somebody here to put these up. And here go no, that's not Gandalf. But anyway, one of those little dragons. I think it's made out of resin. Built like a dog. Guess you can call it a dog dragon. Now that would have been nice if each of those little balls can light up. And they got a big spider on the top. military helicopter went by. Maybe it's the National Guard. Alright, so we're gonna walk in the street for a minute. They must be replacing pipes. They got all of this steel, like, it's all steel, all this yellow stuff you see. So they're probably uplifting pipes. When I was saying earlier about people not putting up drapes and curtains, this is what I was talking about. Kind of played out, but they're still doing it. They own that building. I think they own the whole building. Because they got a spiral set of stairs that's going up to the next floor. So they probably own the building. At least that's my experience. Like small buildings like that, usually the people own it. Because I've walked in buildings like that and had to work on fish tanks and found out the family owns the whole building. So I'm pretty sure they own that whole building. Who knows how much that costs? It's probably a $20 million building because it's old. You know, how would you call it, a landmark? That's what it probably is. You've seen how nice it looks. So just to buy the building itself, that's probably 15, 20 million. And then you gotta have everything done to it, from plumbing, foundation, electrical, you name it. Right now we're in Greenwich Avenue, around 6th Avenue. All the sculptures they normally have here, they always adding something. I might stop here. I may not be able to. I got to see what it looks like come the 31st of this month. For Halloween. I was thinking about stopping here and do a video or a live stream of the parade. But I think this area was taken over by the media. Like Channel 7, 11, you know, people like that. Because this is the parade route. I'm usually further down that way. As you can see, that's the World Trade again. I don't know, I gotta check. Maybe I'll see if I can get that day off. Probably carry some food with me. This place I always go to, Eva's, is down this block. So I can get something to eat. That won't be no problem. And, parade starts around 7. If they don't overwhelm me with work, if I'm working that day, then I can walk around this area and see if I can get a spot. Because this is like one of the areas where they stop and do their dances, especially the Thriller dance from Michael Jackson. they'll do that in this area. Might even try to get Michael Alexander, the guy who does the Michael Jackson impersonation. I might see if I can get him to come out. I don't know if he's gonna do it. He said he will, but it's just talk, you know.
I don't know, but I'll talk.
Trying to get him out of his house early. I'm using Insta360. My other gimbal broke. The battery just died out. It wasn't working anymore. So I gotta use this and gotta work on getting another one just to back this up. I like to have two gimbals. But this one you could program to follow you. The old one I had, that one, you couldn't do that. It was the DJI OM4. But definitely get this one or the one that's after this. Insta360. Well, I'm gonna walk down the block. Usually this whole area be filled with barricades. You know, once the parade kicks off, you'll probably have everything up one day before the parade. And then the streets will be all closed off. A lot of the streets, like this one, 8th Street, this area will probably be closed off. All up until around, let's say, Washington Square Park. All around that area will be closed to traffic. I mean, people can walk, but for traffic, it'll be closed. But the problem for me is more of the, well, not just me, anybody who's trying to go live, like live stream, it gets bad. Well, you can see what time it is. It's 6:34, 69 degrees. A lot of people on this side of the street.
Well, I'm gonna iron out what exactly
I don't know, when I started live streaming, I started with TikTok and I didn't have so many problems. But like I said, it's not just me. You know, everybody has those problems that I was getting, that I get. So when I do the parades or something like that, I stand in one spot. You know, when that big crowd comes in the parade, that's when everything gets bad, because everybody in the parade usually has a phone anyway. They don't turn it off, they just keep it in their pockets. And then you got the crowd around you. So in order to keep the signal somewhat fresh, you got to keep moving. So we are at Washington Place, 6th Avenue. if anybody's gonna come view the parade and they want to be here, at least get here an hour before it starts. Even though it says 7 o'clock, they're really gonna start around 8. But just get here a little early. Like I said, around 6, so you can have a standing spot. So you won't have people standing in front of you. And you'll be all right. Yeah, I tried that. The 720 to 480. It still happens when those crowds come and the buffering goes bad. So it's just a part of what it, part of the nature of it. Over this way, it's the West 4th Street basketball court. So I'm not going to go over there because normally somebody's playing music. This is World Trade Center. Don't tell me it's gonna act up on me now. Oh. There we go. Jeez. There we go. Acting up. All of that zooming in and out. I wanted to show you the Empire State Building. I'm going to give it a shot anyway. Empire State Building. This new bike lane, man, these guys are flying on it. You can see how wide it is. You can ride a car down this thing. I don't blame them. I'll ride fast too. The lane is so big it can take a car. If this guy didn't have a convertible, I would stand behind it, but I don't want him to think, or her to think, I'm standing around it, you're trying to figure out how to take it. People get crazy ideas. I just want to stand in the street so I can get a view of the World Trade Center. I'm gonna close out now. Been on for like 2.5 hours. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. But the weather's beautiful, man. It's insane. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. Put in the comments where you're watching from. I hope to see you on the next one. And if I don't see you on the next one, Joe is coming for you. Joe gonna come to your house and knock on your door. All right, y'all. Have a good night. For some, a good day. I'm gonna cut through the comments a little bit to make sure everybody's all right. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Y'all take a good night. Y'all have a good one.